YouTube for a minute. I'm just going to stream on YouTube for maybe 10 minutes or so. And because it's been probably 10 days since we did a little morning stream on there. We've been busy beavers in the workshop. All right, so here's what I got for pre-market, low float, penny stocks. So this is going to be aiming for 2 for 20. I got SINT, BLIN, RKDA, and I was looking at VIPs too, VIPS. So this had earnings today. So we're going to look at these 4 charts on the big screen. Call it the big screen. Let me just pull this up for you guys in a second. Let's get my study set loaded the way I want it. Real simple clean charts. Alright, so first things first, let's look at SINT. So, got a nice gap up, hit a high 277. We now have this descending triangle. It's really part of a, I mean, if you count this as being a, you know, it's not a true flagpole up, but we've got a move up and a consolidation triangle. So even though it's kind of a descending triangle, it's still kind of a consolidation triangle. And you can see that we're moving up. We got some really nice volume coming in pre-market, nice uptrends. So now we got to wonder where the heck are the traps, because there's always a trap somewhere. There's sellers. There's going to be sellers somewhere. We want to be prepared and not surprised when they come in. So let's look at the trend of this thing. So reverse split. It ran after the reverse split, sold off. Now we've got earnings. There's some, hopefully there's no extra dilution or anything coming for this stock that could cause this to reverse. Maybe this will be allowed to run a little bit. We can actually switch to an hourly and just kind of find that last big hump. We're above the 200 SMA on the hourly, which is good for trending. I'm going to do do I want to go from this wick or not? Let's see. Yeah, we do. All right, so this is going to be the bottom, 140. Top is roughly 550. And if we are lucky enough with this particular stock, we will get continued volume up. We'll get some type of bull flag, bull pennant pattern to take us up to the 50% retracement level, which is 345. So about 350. So as long as this pulls back, even if, it pulls back to these levels, if this megaphone plays out, you've got the 5 minute, that trend line's kind of sloppy. This is why I use TrendSpider a lot. I can tell when I'm being, a little bit too liberal with my trend lines. But, all right, so this megaphone pattern, if we get a wash down to either one of these trend lines, 1 minute support, 5 minute support, any buying volume comes in, we'll look for a morning dip, potential run up. If it doesn't morning dip and we get a bull flag and we break the high of day, we're going to look for a fast move to 350. So I like SINT. It's staying on the watch list. And that's that. Next, I'm going to jump over because Eric asked me to look at VIPs. SINT is a super low float. It's under 1 million shares. And it's got a 35% short float. So it's going to be a rodeo for sure. VIPs earnings, we got let's see what we got on the hourly. We're pushing up to that 200 SMA on the hourly. And we're breaking some, I don't know if we're breaking it. We're definitely testing some angular resistance up here. And we've had this pretty big down channel, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've had many tests of this channel. We now have a catalyst, which is earnings. So we're looking for this to break this channel. We're looking for this channel to be done with, and we're going to go to kind of the recent, the last test that failed 1, 2, 3 times, fourth time. So I like that number. If we go from the recent tests 3 times, 4 times, this would be the, say, the fourth time's the charm. And we're going to look at 617. Again, guys, I have no idea what these stocks are going to do. I'm just getting prepared to day trade based on the information that happens at the bell. So please don't trade specifically off this analysis. I'm just looking at potential targets for quick, fast day trades. They could be, 1, 2, 3 candles. They could be 45-minute runs. I am going to talk about that one too, Isaac. So VIPs at the 50% retracement level already. Price tends to react pretty volatile in this range, and we're trending on the 5-minute moving averages, which is nice. The volume's not incredible. Price action is what it is, and we're just going to have to watch it, monitor it for volume, and we've got mechanical levels. Maybe this thing runs to $8, but what we need to be extra careful about is, again, we're breaking out of that hourly channel, but don't forget where your daily moving averages are, and you've got one at 667. So what I like to do, because I'm spoiled, and I'm a card-carrying TrendSpider member and fan, we've got our daily moving averages. We've got our, wow, this is interesting, VIPs. You got the 200 there, 714. Is this updated? Yeah, I guess it is. I'm just making sure I got my settings right. What is the price sitting at right here? Yeah, 721. Okay, cool. So that is accurate. So we got the 34, we got the 50. Man, 768. 768 is that 50. So be prepared for this to potentially hit that 50 EMA level and pull back. If it was able to really push hard, you got the 100 SMA, and you have this daily trend line at just below $8, which coincides pretty nicely with our Fibonacci retracement levels. So we're going to watch these daily moving averages. We've cleared this 666 level at the 90 EMA daily, so now we got to watch the 50 daily, the 100, and then a potential test of this $8 high. So I like VIPs, so it's staying on here. Let's go over to BLIN. We had a question about that. It was definitely going to get covered, so let's cover it now. BLIN daily chart put in kind of a belt hold. This 187 level had earnings. Earnings reaction appears to be good, and it's got kind of a messy ascending pattern. I call that kind of messy. It's not super clean, which you can see this ascending wedge, ascending triangle, and that is typical with penny stocks. And we want to get a mechanical retracement on it. Ooh, we got one from a long time ago. This thing has been pretty ugly for a while. So hourly is pulling back to that 90 EMA momentum support, potentially breaking below it. I'm very less confident about this one than the previous ones that I just kind of looked at. It seems that price is really respecting this level right now. So if we were to snap this on, right, it seems there's something going on here. There might be a daily moving average that's acting like a roadblock to us. So let's look at BLIN. Now again, if volume comes in, it's all about volume and price action at the bell. That's all we care about. So if we look at the hourly versus the daily, so we're above that 50 daily at 234. We got this clear 250 resistance, and we have this trend line coming down to meet it. So Let's just cleaning up the trend lines really quick. We're really outside our daily Bollinger Bands, the 50, the 34. You know, there's potential to build support here at this level, but I'd really prefer this put in a strong support level in the 230s, and then potentially bounce if we get good price action off of these 230s. Again, here's the 5-minute chart trying to bounce off that 50 EMA daily 34, and for this to really trend, it's going to have to bust out of this ascending triangle and move. It does seem like it has, let's see what it's got for weekly. Ah, look at that. So you got the weekly 9 EMA too in the way. So this is important to look at. This is really important to look at. We'll switch to the trend spider chart later, but 234 support and 250 resistance are a big deal, I think, here on BLIN. All right, next up, we got RKDA. Of course, how could we not talk about RKDA? Was awesome yesterday, great price action. We were able to capture this morning move, and then the washout, traded below VWAP, got above VWAP, another washout, and then finally bull flag, bull pennant above VWAP, end of day volume into earnings, and then you can see the after hours price action, and we're almost at 100% retracement now in RKDA. This one's got a lot of eyes on it. Just in the trading community, you can go on social media and see. It's pretty viral. It's got a nice little ascending setup. 893, $9 resistance zone. This is kind of making a big cup and handle, and there's potential to hit these higher up retracements at this point now that earnings is behind it. And then if we go back and look at next level retracements, mechanical, just be mechanical about it. Look at this massive, we're finally making higher highs on this 4-hour chart. Throw in 1085, and what was the bottom? 182. And so now we're at this. Now we can zoom in and see. I'm going to change the color of this one real quick. Let's see. Let's make these. That can stay that color. All right, just so we don't get our minor and major fibs. So we're up against that major fib. Then we got this next one at 972. So 950. All right, so here's the deal. If we're able to ascend, break out at the bell, we got 5 minutes to the bell. We have to contend with $9. This fib's right here at 893. Then we're going to have to push up, watch 950 and 972, $10. We're just going to have to trade the momentum on this one, and that's if we like the setup. But crowded trade, got to watch out for a complete reversal of this. Penny stocks are cruel and can, often you have a bullish pattern with a good setup and it breaks down to the other way and washes out. You have to really take it with a grain of salt. We might have a nice bull flag, bull pennant, but if this thing, just smashes through the support, we watch the volume in the tape and the sellers come in heavy, this thing might wash out to the pre-market range. We have no idea what's going to happen with it, so don't just buy it and trade it at the bell. Have your good risk management, everything in place to kind of protect yourself. And then really quick, SPY. Obviously, SPY had some a bounce here in the pre-market. We had that good data. Honestly, S&P earnings are not really that bad, and same with economic data. You have this whole yield inversion fear that's a recessionary warning, but the recession's not here yet in terms of S&P 500 earnings ratio. I was looking at some data last night. So at any rate, momentum is still down on SPY, but we have a flattening of our momentum moving averages. So there's a really good chance that this thing builds up and gets a little bit of a bounce. But it's kind of weak. So, right, this is a very weak rejection of this trend line. It might take several times for us to break this trend line today. I would look at 289 and 290 for a possible retracement on SPY up to those levels. That would be close to a 50% retracement from this fantastic move. Let's see. I'm actually way off on that. I got 287, 290. We still have a fib in that 280, 289.26 to 290 level. Let's remove these real quick and go back. Of course, we have some bigger picture too. We're definitely trapped inside of this falling wedge. It's kind of sloping, descending triangle. So I think price action on SPY is going to be contained to these orange patterns, but you can see I was actually surprised to not see us test this up here. But yeah, so I'm going to switch off on YouTube. Guys, thanks for watching on YouTube. I'm going to get ready for the bell. If you guys want to join us, you guys can subscribe. We always do a free trial now, so you guys can come in, check us out, and keep the analysis and learning going. Thanks for watching, guys.